And we are back again on another Wednesday night, Thursday morning. How are you all doing? Yeah, gotta stay suited and booted. Yeah. Needless to say, it is my hopes that you all a fantastic night, aka early morning. But I'm sure that there are residents here in the city of Chicago that are not feeling well. We have mornings all over the city. I mean, this past weekend wasn't that bad. No, this weekend wasn't that bad. A few dead, many shot, but not as bad. And I like to emphasize on the fact that it's not because of the National Guard nor ICE agents. Let's keep that in mind for all of my Chicago residents. And if this is your first time watching this channel, THEMOSHOW Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come in contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. We have a lot to say. It may be done quickly. It may be done in longevity. But either way, we have something to lay on your mind tonight or today. Okay? And for everybody that's out there in the chat room, I want to say thank you for being here, because you could have been somewhere else with someone else doing something else. But we want to thank you for being here, and we tip our hat to you and we salute you. And by the way, if you want to subscribe or support the channel, press the subscribe button. If you want to support the channel, press the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. What a night! Okay. We got all of the murders and the carjackings that normally occur. So we won't get off into that. But for all of you who have watched and viewed and internalized in the section of this channel, whereas we say we got that smoke with none other than Minister Louis Farrakhan, yeah, we got that smoke. And if you didn't get the smoke, you can go over to the upload section of this channel and watch all type of videos in regards to we got that smoke with Minister Louis Farrakhan, with Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, with Dr. Amos Wilson, with Dr. Benjamin Johakinen, with Dr. John Henry Clark. Yeah, we got that over here. With Bobby Hemmett. Yeah, we got that smoke right here on that channel with Bobby Hemmett. This channel, I'm saying. Not that channel, but this channel. And Walter Williams. Yeah, we got that smoke. How you all doing tonight? Are you all rolling up? Are you all drinking? Are you all having a conversation with your wife? Well, now is the time to pay attention. Yeah, because it's crazy here in America. However, here for people in the state of Illinois, not Chicago, but for the state of Illinois, we just may have gotten a win. Do you remember that black lady by the name of Sonia Massey, Springfield, Illinois, which is the capital of Illinois, who was shot and killed by the former police officer, Sean Grayson? Yeah, he has been convicted. He has been convicted of second-degree murder. Now, they say that he could face up to 20 years, but according to other reports, he can face up to probation. I want you all to think about that for a minute. I want you all to think about that for a minute. When is the last time that you've ever heard of anybody getting probation for murder? What makes his case so special? What makes this case so special? I'm sure that if you've been paying attention, maybe about a year ago, 10 months ago, when the incident occurred, when Sonia Massey says that, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and Sean Grayson said, "I will shoot you in your fucking head." And he wasn't playing either, because he shot that black woman right in the middle of her head. After a welfare check was done, or after she called, she called because she thought that there was a predator around or trying to break in her home. Yeah, that's what the initial call was for. But they also, under investigation, said that they had a prior relationship before this 911 call took place. But needless to say, Sean Grayson, the former police officer, shot and killed Sonia Massey, and he was convicted. Even his partner said that he was afraid of Sean Grayson because he just watched him commit an act of murder on an innocent person who called for help from the police. Y'all got to be careful out here when you call the po-po. Sometimes when you call the po-po, it could be in for your benefit. And sometimes it can be for your detriment. We just saying. Yeah. They haven't came out when his sentencing date is. Not according to the reports that I've read. But he has been convicted of second-degree murder, which is a lesser charge of the first-degree murder, which we were expecting. But how can you get probation? Anybody in the state of Illinois? Do you know anybody in Peoria, in Bloomington, in Chicago, in Champaign, in Springfield, in East St. Louis, Illinois, any part of Illinois, you know. Whereas they have received probation for murder. This is what they say that Sean Grayson could get for the fatal shooting and wrongful shooting of Sonia Massey. Do you think Donald Trump would give him a pardon? I'm just saying. Do you think Donald Trump would give Sean Grayson a pardon for shooting and killing a black woman? I mean, it's not far-fetched, you know. Seeing that Donald Trump has pardoned, you know, the famous BMF dude, you know, Big Meech, who is responsible for doing what? Killing the community. Killing the black community, just as Larry Hoover, who helped destroy the black community. There's no telling. He's given plenty other pardons since he's been in office since January of this year. I think we are now in the 10th month of his presidency, and the same game that he played in his first term is the same game that he's playing right now. I hope you all caught that. The strategy, the format is all the same. Have you forgotten? He is even talking about, he, meaning Donald Trump, is even talking about giving America more stimulus. After the Trump administration has ripped the American people off of their tax dollars. Did y'all hear me? Yeah, Donald Trump's stealing all the money. All the money that they say that they saved in regards to the non-important bills or donations that the U.S. government is giving other countries. Donald Trump and his administration and his cronies is pocketing that money for themselves. You all can disagree or not disagree. I really don't care, because the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. And once again, for everybody that's out there in the chat room, I want to say thank you for being here. Who we got? Oh, we got a few people out here. Slug Racer. Snapshot Sniper. Black Hole. B7E. Exodus Ministries. 75439. Yeah. I want to send everybody shots out in the chat room that's there. Who we got? We have Stephen Fuman, Zachary Nelson, Lucas Ferreira. I'm talking about We got people all over the map, people all over the GLOBE watching the THEMOSHOW Chicago here on YOUTUBE. Yeah. But before we get this party started, because we just getting started. Hey, ICE here in Chicago is doing a stupid job. Not meaning a good job, but really a stupid job. Hell, you even have the head of ICE, you know, the guy that's at the helm of things. Yeah. He's being brought before federal judges right now in regards to the activity and the behavior of the Iceman. Of the Iceman! And for all of those who are out there that is taking the applications, signing up for the bonus of being an ICE agent, I would say that you are a traitor. Just like that Netflix movie, you know, Baby Bandito. Hey, if y'all haven't watched that movie, Baby Bandito, it's called Bandito. Committed the acts, you know, with Baby Bandito. Check that out. Yeah, we not having no Baby Banditos here. Yeah, but they're out of pocket, you all. Many people say, man, Mo, why don't you go down there and record that? Man, that's danger. That's detrimental for the smart people. Hell, you even had one celebrity, one talk show host that asked the question, why wasn't black people seen in the No Kings protest? Did you all check that out? There was some, but there were so few that you possibly couldn't see them. But it was 7 million Americans at the No Kings protest. And I'm quite sure Mr. Celebrity, former talk show host, black people were out there. Is he really an ex-TV host right now? But I do want to say this. In regards to my last live, I have to make a correction. In regards to what I said about Donald Trump and how the Venezuelan president said that the world should get rid of him, I'm sorry. There's correction on that. It was the Colombian president. You know that Gustavo dude? Yeah. So, yeah, that's a correction on that. It wasn't the president of Venezuela. It was the president of Colombia. And I really don't see how I got that confused because President Trump is cool with the president in Venezuela. But needless to say, I'm glad that I caught myself and made the correction on that. Okay? But getting back to the injustice of America. Okay? You have injustice all across America. It just doesn't have to be Sonia Massey. No. There's plenty more. Do you all remember Freddie Gray the injustice. Do you all remember Michael Brown, Injustice? Do you all remember Sandra Bland, Injustice? And so many other mores, you know. But you know what? You all were warned. You all were warned. And once again, before we get started, I want to send my condolences to the people that's out there in Jamaica that is suffering the hurricane right now. Yeah. Is it Melissa? Yeah. Hurricane Melissa. Now, could you imagine without the TV giving you images of the catastrophe that is taking place in Jamaica right now? Yeah, I wanted to get that in. Couldn't leave that out. Shouts out to Marcus Garvey, which we'll get to in a minute. But they say that Hurricane Melissa is headed for Cuba. Cuba just underwent a hurricane a year ago. And now they're still trying to recover, or as they are still trying to recover, they are embracing, sadly, another one. Melissa, 185 mile in which it struck in Jamaica. How many miles per hour it would be in Cuba, we don't know. But we looking for a catastrophe. Now, for all of those other little islands, like the Cayman Islands, the Virgin Islands, you know, that's out there beyond Cuba, that you pay your hard-earned money for to go on vacation to, it has turned into a nightmare for many Americans because they are stranded. I'm just saying. You must remember what the Elijah Muhammad said. Yeah, what? Elijah Muhammad, not the Elijah Muhammad. He said that America would be curtailed on all four sides, but she really only has three dealing with that water: Pacific, Atlantic, and the Gulf of Texas. We just saying. Yeah. And there's a whole lot that you'll learn about America when you investigate for yourself or be a student under master teachers. I just mentioned a bunch a while ago, and I know I got a lot of haters out there, but we got that smoke on this channel. For all of those people that's out there who want to criticize Elijah Muhammad, the Nation of Islam, before they got turned over to the Scientology people. Yeah, we're talking about before that. I want you to eat all of the history that you know. Mr. Egyptologist, I want you to eat on your Egyptology gym shoe right now. I want you to eat upon your Hebrew gym shoe right now. I want you to eat on your Confucius your Sufi gym shoe right now. Eat on it. Uh-huh. It has gotten so bad here in America, which we'll get to in a minute. But all of you people out there that hated on this channel, that despise this channel, all of you haters that hate the message that is being brought on this channel, eat. You know, in ramen noodle soup, eat it now. I'm just saying. All of you Louis Vuitton belts, Nike gym shoes, Jordans, all of those designer jeans, designer jackets, designer purses, eat that. Since you've been making jokes of the little man who only went through the 4th grade, because right now, Americans are calling for an economic blackout. They are calling for an economic blackout from November 25th through December 2nd. What are you going to do? The American economic blackout means don't spend your money at stores. Don't go to work if you really don't have to. If you got those 6 days, you know, the sick days, illness days, yeah. Sorry about the mispronunciation. Take those 6 days, you know. You lose them if you don't use them. Take those sick days. Not 6 days, but sick days. Take them now before you lose them. I remember as being a student of the NOI, Elijah Muhammad said that we could change this overnight in the blink of an eye. And I have been promoting that since my consciousness in the injustice economically in America. Just don't go to work. But now you have these people all over YouTube, Instagram, you know. And what's that website owned by Elon Musk? Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're talking about how we shouldn't go to work. This is an American national movement. I don't care if you black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Guatemalan, Indian, Arab, American citizens. Take it all off for the whole week. But before you do that, you may want to take all your money out the bank as well. Take all your money out the bank as well for 1 week. And see what these politicians in America would do. You know, the people that are still being paid, like Congress, like the president, they are still being paid, while the military, the people who defend this country, are not being paid. Shouldn't that tell you something? Economic shutdown. Don't go to no McDonald's, Burger King, Walmart, Target. That's what the American people are preaching. Now, if you just had 7 million people who protested on No King's Day, you know, a week or so ago, 10 days ago, imagine the effect and the power of what taxpayers could see that they have. But they gave their power all away to people like Donald Trump. And all of the rest of these crooks that is ruling America, like the billionaires. Y'all think about that. Oh, yeah. Going down. Who we got there? Huh? Lucas. Demond 2772. Prime time. What's up? It's Mo time, prime time. What it is, man? Shepherds. Chapelon YT. GRANNASB. Can't pronounce that without getting it wrong, okay? But I want to send my shots out to you. Damon 2772. What it is, Nomad. What it is. We got Horse Renor out in the building tonight. Yeah, shots out to you. Who else we got? Nikki 6326. Sign of the end of times. Yes, it is. It is the sign of the end of times. Y'all better get ready. Larry. Todd J. 5635. Reap what you now harvest and pass due. Yeah, you got to reap what you sow. And America has sown evil. America has sown deception. America has sown technology of the American people with their politics and secret societies. But there's an old saying, that don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. Yeah, and the American people see all of you for who you are right now. Satan! Satan is in the building. Satan is in the building, ruling you. How many people out there right now? How many people out there right now put a chokehold on their freedom of speech for a paycheck? Right now, a lot of people are out of job. They even have federal workers right now who got their own particular branch or section of getting food from a food bank, thanks to Donald Trump. Economic blackout, you all. November 25th through December 2nd. Now, I know many of you all may be thinking, well, man, we got, Black Friday. Ain't nothing really on sale anyway. What is it that you need that you don't already have? Without going into further debt. American citizens are saying, let's make Walmart pay. Let's make J.C. Penney pay. Let's make Target pay. Let's make McDonald's pay. Let's make Burger King pay. Any business of America, the American citizens are saying, let's make them pay. Because they are starving us right now, or plan to. They are already depopulating us. So starvation, not far off. Here it is. You have the Trump administration, and at the helm, none other than Donald Trump, who says that he would not use, what's the word? Congenitive funds. You know, those safety funds, the money that they got backed up in the safes, that they stealing, that they don't want to give that to the American citizens. But they are quick to send $40 billion over to Argentina. Help me make sense of that, you all. Help me make sense of that. Those contingency funds. Yes, that's the word. Those contingency funds. Safekeeping. People say that Democrats are destroying the country. Some people say that Republicans are destroying the country. Both of them are destroying the country. They sleep in the same bed. Y'all ain't got that yet. Shame on you. Shame on you. I have to revert back to that little bitty man, Elijah Muhammad, who said that this day would come. Black people all over the internet talking about how they are going to loot stores. You wouldn't have to loot had you had listened. Because Jesus is not going to get you out of this. But I promise you, for those of us who took heed to Elijah Muhammad, to the economic building program, starting with self, we're not in that situation. We're still traveling. We will still be eating steak, fish, lobster, all of those good foods. We will still be eating that while you all, many, will suffer because you didn't listen to the little black man from Savannah, Georgia. You even got white Americans all over social media talking about, oh, I can't do this. How are we supposed to do this? If you were black people, I'm just saying, for those of you Caucasian people who screaming on social media on how this is going to be impossible and how your family is affected. Shut up. Shut up. You don't know what hard times is. As my grandma would say, you don't know what hard times is. But now that it's hitting your front door, but now that it's hitting your food table, now that it's hitting your stomach and your ribs just may be in your back, now you want to say something. Black people in America is not hearing that. We've been suffering that for centuries. For all of you privileged white folks, Donald Trump has thrown y'all ass under the bus. Welcome to our world. We just saying. I know y'all don't like what I'm saying right now. And they just put my numbers down in the basement right now. And speaking of YouTube and being in the basement right now, you are watching the #1 underrated channel here on YOUTUBE. And YouTube, I need to ask you a question. You know, when I upload a video here and I see those numbers roll back in regards to my likes, why I don't see those likes show up on my channel? Just asking a question. Huh? Where are those numbers going? Is YouTube trying to sabotage my channel? Hell yeah, they are. They've been trying to sabotage it for years. Yeah, YouTube. A professor. I want you to tell your students to eat everything that you taught them. I think they'll starve to death. I think they will starve to death. But for those who took the message seriously, there is no more nation of Islam. But you have remnants out here. Remnants of the nation who paid heed to what Elijah Muhammad said when he told us to store food in our houses, when he told us to set up an economic program for ourselves. But you ninjas out there want to worship Cardi B. You want to worship Nicki Minaj and rappers, Kodak Black. They not going to help you. Not even YNW Melly can help you right now. Hell, he can't even help himself right now, okay? Don't you see where Julio Fulio is at? Dead. Don't you see where? What's that boy name from Memphis? That young man from Memphis, Young Dolph. You see where he's at? You see where Big Juke is at? Huh? Do you see where any of these young people, rappers, drill rappers, entertainers, they're dying like flies? The stars are falling, and I'm presenting the stars who have fallen every day on this channel. stars are falling. The end is near of this society. The people that we know. You can't make no money and provide a roof over your family's head because they want to go robot on you. So much for being loyal to your employer. So much for being loyal to your employer. Except for nurses and doctors. People that work in the health field, people that's in the health field, I don't consider police first responders because they criminals too. They are criminals too. Yeah, the police. You know, the people that shoot you down without a gun. You know, the people that places drugs on you. You know, people that places sugar in your gas tank. You know, people that falsify statements against you, write a wrongful statement. Yeah, the police who are to serve and protect. But yeah, let me loosen my bow tie up here. Yeah, at least my collar. It's been a long day. Because they too are in illegal activities. You all think about that. I'm not talking bad about the police now. I'm just giving facts. I know police. And you don't want to be on the wrong side of law enforcement. You do not want to be on the wrong side of law enforcement. But when truth is truth, come on, man. If you all can't accept the truth, you are really devils. Straight up. And these are the times that we are living in. Who we got out there? Lord Noriku, shouts out to you. Lord Noriku doing this thing. The complete disillusionment that a president has this kind of power happens every 4 years, and the short-term memory of people is astounding. Did you all hear or read what Lord Noriku wrote in the chat room? You all look at that. You all think about that. You digest that. Yeah. It's most definitely a fall. Even with Section 8. You all know that in an executive order. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get rid of this here. Yeah, we still talking. Maybe I can get rid of it with one shot. If I can't, oh, there we go. Oh, now we talking. Oh, got some more air around my neck, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long day. But back to the Section 8 people. If you got Section 8 this year, October 2025, you got 2 years on Section 8, meaning that you need to get your shiz-nizzle together. If not, you're going to be on the street like the homeless people in Portland, Oregon, like the homeless people in Chicago, like the homeless people that's in Los Angeles. And a lot of people that's all over the country. Homelessness, believe it or not, has become a crime. According to an executive order by Donald Trump, homeless people is and are committing a crime, meaning that you're going to jail. Now, I know that many of us seen this, maybe a couple of months ago. They've been slowly bringing this law in to get rid of the people who are homeless, make our streets clean again, make America safe again, not great again, because many people don't feel that America has ever been great since the Caucasians took it over. Hey, don't argue with me, man. Argue with history. Don't argue with me. Yeah, don't argue with me, man. Argue with history and the facts that I bring you. If there's anything that I've said to you that is wrong, let me know. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke, especially today. You see, it just wasn't, Elijah Muhammad who told you that this day was coming. Marcus Garvey told you that this day was coming. So all of you ninjas that's out there, and all of you white people, Caucasians that's out there, that's crying, black people who look like me that they call Negroes, African Americans, we told the world about this time. Why are you all so surprised? I'm still eating steak and lobster, surf and turf. Yeah, just had some surf and turf today. Not only because of what Elijah Muhammad told me, but I got great sponsors. One or two. But those one or two make sure that THEMOSHOW Chicago is okay. Because they like the content and they like the truth that I bring to the American people. But not just in America, but all over YOUTUBE. Even though I am the #1 underrated channel on this platform. Yeah. You don't have to convince me. Ain't no celebrity gossip over here. Y'all worried about celebrity gossip when you should be worried about how you gonna keep your stomach from being in your back? I'm just saying, we got that smoke. Now you must remember, as you're viewing the We Got That Smoke, for those of you who are more advanced, you know what you got to do. THINK, and that's many. That is the that is the problem for many of us. We don't think. We're so divided by religion. We're so divided by what color of skin you are. We're so divided by what neighborhood you live in, what community you live in. But the people who is causing all of this division are eating rather good. They're not going to miss a meal. Their children are not going to miss a meal. Their light bill paid, their phone bill paid, their cable bill paid, their car note paid, and their mortgage paid. And I'm talking about Congress. While the military enlistees ain't got a paycheck. Even TSA, people who help to keep the friendly skies, friendly, even they ain't got a paycheck. Donald Trump still getting a check. Y'all think about that. What is your Thanksgiving going to look like today? What is your Thanksgiving going to look like? Because Donald Trump said, ain't no food stamps in November. Will you have a turkey? Will you have your local drug dealer bring out a bag of turkeys like Nino Brown did in New Jack City? The answer is no. Will turkeys be handed out in Chicago and Harlem by local sport figures, by entertainers? The answer is no. Just think, if you had all of the entertainers just donate $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, America wouldn't be hungry right now. But you know what they did? They kissed the ring to not help you while you worship them. Even on your deathbed, starvation is ahead of you as the brink of America is on the brink of destruction, and they won't help. But you continue to idolize them. Sport and play. Just a little bit of sport and play. Y'all better get a grip. The end is near. Can't nobody tell you how to get your money right now. However which way you got to get your money, get it. Whether if it's legal or illegal. As long as you're not hurting nobody, get it. Because Donald Trump is doing some illegal things right now against the American citizens. So why shouldn't the Americans commit illegal acts to feed themselves when the only thing he has to do is put a stroke of a pen, right? But it's all your money that he has control over. And you gave him that power to do so. Y'all think about that. And as I said in another live video, for all of you black MAGA lovers, it is my hopes that you all suffer the most. Yeah. Especially those federal workers, MAGA lovers. Look at you now. Don't cry now. No. As Charleston White would say, yeah. Yeah. No mercy for you all. Because the very same people that worked for the government, believe it or not, a lot of them looked down upon you who were beneath them. And now they have to join your party. Hellacious to them. Welcome to the show. And if this is your first time watching this channel, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION. And by the way, before we get out of here, what is this I hear about some infected monkeys? Y'all up on that? The infected monkeys that had HIV, that had AIDS, you know, they were like test dummies. And they ended up on the side of the road because the truck, the vehicle that was transporting them, had some type of accident, and the whole flatbed just went that way, you know, in the ditch. And now you got wild infected animals on the loose. Y'all beware out there. They've got all different type of tricks for us, waiting for us. Y'all be careful out there. To be aware is to be alive, you all. Try to stay sucker free. Try not to get caught up in the matrix. It's kind of hard to do, seeing that we're already in the matrix. But if you're on your way working out of it, because if you're still living in the matrix of Donald Trump and the dream of a white America, a dream with a white picket fist, a dream of having a home, a dream of having you and your family being secure in this day and age under the Donald Trump administration, shoot yourself. Shoot yourself. I'm just saying. Needless to say that we got Kamala Harris, that wench, trying to run for president in 2028. Bye. Bye to you, Kamala Harris. Bye to you, Donald Trump, and your administration, and your Supreme Court justices that you have in your pocket. They all got to go. They all have got to go. It's 2025, not 1964. Yeah. I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. I'm not hating on white folks. Some of my best friends are white folks. The sponsors that I have are white folks. I don't have black people as sponsors. They barely want to give me $1. And look at me like, Ninja, you crazy. They give me their prayers, and they wish me all the luck. That's not supporting me. If you're not feeding a person and you want to talk God and scripture, go stand over there by Walgreens, okay? Go stand over there by Walgreens. At least when I talk about God, or when I present information to you about the Creator, not the man-made version, but that which you can feel within your soul. Yeah. Then we can punch tickets. It's sad out here. What y'all gonna do? Like I say, for those of us who are true believers, oh, but this changes the game. We are not believers, we are witnesses. Witnesses of what Elijah Muhammad said, of what Marcus Garvey said. Build for self. $2 trillion. And we ain't got nothing. But for the true people who have took heed to the message, we're still eating steak and lobster. And we're still traveling. And we still have luxury, money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. For all of those who made fun and mockery of the little man who only went to the 4th grade. Eat that. Detroit. Maybe you'll be sucking on some ramen noodles. I'm just saying. Ah! Hey, and by the way, you all, if you all haven't checked out my other channel, MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE, go check out that channel. We got Stolen Legacy, Black Man of the Now, The Message to the Black Man of America, The Destruction of Black Civilization, The Fall of America, From Alchemy to Wicca, the chronological order that is, As a Man Thinketh, From Babylon to Timbuktu, which I put my foot in. Yeah, I just may bring that over to this channel. Since it ain't getting no credit over there, hell, I ain't getting no credit over here yet. I'm just is the game rigged, you all? You have to give to receive. I have received a lot. Not from YouTube. I have received things in other ways that YouTube couldn't even give me. Just by being a righteous person. By spreading righteousness. And the devil don't like when you spread righteousness and truth. YouTube may not be paying me. That's right. I'm putting you out there under the bus too. Just like Donald Trump is throwing all you Google employees under the bus too. Okay? Because y'all going to be next. Replaced with robots. So why don't you all stop shadow banning me, Feds, Google, whoever you are? Yeah, the #1 underrated channel here on YOUTUBE. And I'm Mo, your host. And if you are into old school hip-hop, gangster rap, spoken word, comedy, street clips, independent movies, go over to my last channel. Well, almost my last channel, because I got another channel as well, dealing with martial arts. But if you are into old school gangster rap, spoken word, slam fest, poetry, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics. All one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. THEMOSHOW Classics with an S. All one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. You know, sign language, E. Okay? Yeah. And hit the like, share, and subscribe on that channel as well. We appreciate that. And that's on your way out the door. That's my time right now. It's your host with the most, Mo on THEMOSHOW Chicago, where the where the execution of knowledge is power, but you also have to apply it. Apply it. And never ever give up on your DREAMS. That's my time, you all.